Welcome back to the cryptowrld channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and right now Ethereum is flashing a signal that in the past has meant Ethereum is about to see a 100% gain. So I'll be talking about that in just a moment, alongside some other important Ethereum patterns that we need to be paying attention to. And considering MATIC is very close to the all-time high, I'll quickly mention it towards the end of this video again. So make sure you're watching this entire video from start to finish so that you're not missing out on any of this valuable information. And just before we jump into it, make sure to leave a like on the video down below. And if you're new to the channel, you might as well subscribe with notifications turned on for more updates just like this every single day. But with all of that out of the way, let's get straight to what this video is about. So right here, we're on the Ethereum to US dollar chart on the daily time frame, and you can see that Ethereum is still holding above this line of support very nicely here. And by the way, for the new viewers on the channel, this line right here is actually the 38.2% Fibonacci level, coming in at just above 4,000 US dollars, in between 4K and 4.1K. But when you're zooming into the 4-hour Ethereum chart, this line of support becomes the potential neckline in a head and shoulders pattern that is possibly forming right now. You can see that we've already formed the left shoulder, the head, and right now we're potentially forming the right shoulder, but I want to make it clear that this pattern is not confirmed right now. At the moment, it's just something to keep an eye on because, of course, we haven't even seen the right shoulder actually form yet, and there is no guarantee of that right shoulder forming. I'm just saying if we do end up forming that right shoulder and breaking below the neckline, then in that case, that would confirm the head and shoulders pattern. And once again, that neckline is coming in close to 4,000 US dollars, but here on the 4-hour chart, we can draw the neckline like this using the 4-hour candle closes. And in that case, obviously the neckline is coming in at a lower price down here at around 3.8K. So those are the important levels of support that I am paying attention to for Ethereum right now in the shorter term. And as for levels of resistance, just bringing out the Fibonacci retracement tool from swing high to swing low, and I'll just hide the volume here so you can actually see the bottom of this candle wick. And what we see in the Fibonacci levels is actually quite a bullish thing forming at the moment, because on that immediate bounce back to the upside, we found major resistance along the golden pocket, the most important Fibonacci level, came back down and bounced along the 38.2% Fibonacci level. And then Ethereum bounced back to the upside around 1.5 days ago. We actually broke back above the golden pocket, and only just recently, within the last few hours, we have flipped that golden pocket into support here in the shorter term. So this is great to see Ethereum forming this sort of price action, because once again, this is more bullish than bearish. And by the way, this golden pocket is coming in at approximately 4,250 US dollars. And now we just have the 78.6% Fibonacci level coming in just below 4.5K, which was also where we found some short-term support right back here. And anything above that level, then I'll be looking towards this high as the next major level of resistance, coming in close to 4.8K. So those are the main levels that I'm paying attention to right now for Ethereum in the shorter term. And just zooming out to the daily time frame yet again, just to point out that bullish divergence that has already formed a few days ago. And I have been letting you know over the past few days that we're due to see reduced selling pressure in the shorter term, which is exactly what we have been seeing over the past few days, with a small move back to the upside. And so this bullish divergence on the daily time frame is one thing on the chart that could prevent this head and shoulders pattern potentially playing out. And speaking about bullish signs on the charts, zooming out to the 2-day time frame for Ethereum, and unlike Bitcoin breaking below this upward trending line of support, Ethereum on the other hand has maintained above this upward trending line of support, which is obviously a very bullish sign for Ethereum. Right now, this line of support is coming in at approximately 4.1K, and not only has the price action been respecting this line of support, looking in the 2-day RSI for Ethereum, we've also been bouncing along this upward trending line of support in the RSI, which is right now coming in at around 48 in the 2-day Ethereum RSI. So it goes without saying, for as long as we're remaining above this upward trending line of support, we are looking bullish. We are making higher lows on the chart and also higher highs on the chart as well, which essentially means we are in an uptrend for Ethereum on the larger timeframes, like the 2-day timeframe, for example. And what I was talking about in the intro of this video was, of course, a signal that we are potentially seeing right now that has previously meant Ethereum is about to see a lot of bullish price action, and that is looking in the 2-day MACD. What we can see right now is the fact that we are still trending to the downside, but when we're zooming in closer to take a look at the histogram in the 2-day MACD, which is this right here, what we can see is even though this is still in the red, we are starting to trend back to the upside, making higher lows in the histogram on the 2-day MACD. The last time we saw this happen was back during May, June, and July, because in the September correction, that was just one single wave. We never really formed a higher low while we were sitting in the red for the histogram. We just formed a single low before we started turning around again. So anyway, what we could see towards the middle of this year was, of of course those higher lows forming in the 2-day histogram on the MACD indicator, and the moment we confirmed that higher low just there and continued heading further to the upside again in the histogram, at that point in time the price of Ethereum was bottoming out after that huge move to the downside. And if you want to measure out the next bullish move from when we saw that higher low form in the red histogram right there, that next bullish move for Ethereum was around 130% to the upside in just over 2 months. But if you're going from where we saw the bullish cross right there, then over the next 6 weeks we saw just over a 100% gain. And the time before that was right back here during February and March this year. As you can see in the histogram, during that time period we did form those higher lows in the red, and from the moment we formed that higher low right then and there, measuring out that next move to the upside, that was around a 183% gain in about 1.5 months. But if you're going from where we saw the bullish cross in the daily MACD right there, then measuring out that move to the upside, that was still a 137% gain in just over 1 month, nearly 1.5 months. So obviously, just because that happens in the past, it doesn't guarantee anything's going to happen in the future. And preferably, it would be great to confirm a bullish cross in the 2-day MACD, which we haven't actually seen just yet. But with that being said, the Ethereum chart is simply revealing the same sort of signs that we saw previously on the chart just before some major moves came next for Ethereum to the upside, of course. And speaking about major moves to the upside for Ethereum, checking out the Ethereum versus Bitcoin charts on the daily time frame, of course, we are still breaking out to the upside here, as we've been talking about for quite a while now on the channel. And for any of the new viewers on the channel, the technical price target for this pattern is coming in close to 0.1 Bitcoin per Ethereum. But right now, Ethereum, when valued against Bitcoin, is slowly drifting into overbought territories, which technically does increase our risk of potentially having a short-term cool-off before we hit that price target to the upside. And as I've been mentioning in all of my recent Ethereum videos, as long as Ethereum remains above this line right here, coming in at around 0.0765 Bitcoin per Ethereum approximately, then that price target to the upside is still in play. And just really quickly updating you again on Polygon, aka MATIC, because obviously MATIC has been exploding to the upside recently, and right now we are getting extremely close to the all-time high, which is coming in close to $2.70. And honestly, with some of the gains that we've been experiencing in MATIC recently, a break above the all-time high could seriously happen any day now. For the most part, my MATIC analysis has not changed since yesterday. For example, how the daily RSI is still not even in overbought territories, showing us that MATIC still has room left to run. And so obviously a big congrats to all of the MATIC holders out there. Over the past couple months on the channel, MATIC has been one of my most covered altcoins, apart from Ethereum obviously. And over those past 2 months, since around the middle of October, I have been letting you know that I am very bullish on MATIC, and I've been saying that it is one of my top altcoin holdings. And so considering how well Ethereum is holding up and how well MATIC is holding up right now, from my personal crypto portfolio's perspective, it doesn't even look like crypto is in a correction. And so this is exactly why I find it important to diversify across different investments. So if one is heading to the downside, like Bitcoin for example, it doesn't necessarily have a huge impact on the rest of your portfolio. But of course, that is not financial advice. That's just telling you my crypto strategy. And if you want to get extra real-time updates throughout the day on the crypto markets, like for example MATIC updates, definitely make sure you follow me over on my Twitter, and the link to my Twitter account is in the description down below and also in the pinned comments. And if you enjoyed this video or got something valuable out of it, please make sure to leave a like down below. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe with notifications turned on for more updates just like this every single day. As always, I honestly do appreciate all of your support on the channel, especially right now because we are getting closer towards 100,000 subscribers on this channel. And seriously, I cannot thank you enough for all of that amazing support. And for the new viewers on the channel, don't forget to check out one of these uploads if you haven't already. But anyway, that is it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.